Welcome again to our informative YouTube channel on the International Baccalaureate program. This video will cover what courses to take when considering the IB program and whether or not you're suited for the courses. You should base your decisions and which courses you'll sign up for around what you will be studying in post-secondary education. For example, students looking to take up medicine-related studies should take psychology and sciences over history. Students are encouraged to check which courses they are interested in applying for university, and based on that, select the courses they need. Many universities are now requiring a first-year psychology course for careers such as nursing. Taking psychology and IB partial program in high school and performing well can allow you to acquire the credit earlier and skip first-year psychology. Other universities, such as the University of British Columbia, will require Physics 11 as a prerequisite to signing up for their science programs. Thus, for diploma students taking both chemistry and biology, they should take Physics 11 in their 10th year or during the summer of their 11th year. However, course selection ultimately depends on which career path you choose and to research what requirements they need and base your IB courses off of that. If you are a partial student, taking the sciences and core subjects like math and English are good options for the future, but you should avoid classes that aren't required of you, especially the courses that are mandatory for IB diploma students, such as the Extended Essay, Theory of Knowledge, and CAS. These courses, especially the Extended Essay, can be valuable and provide experience, but aren't necessary nor efficient choices. They eat up too much valuable time and don't offer as much as taking regular courses will. A difficult decision that you might face when selecting courses is whether or not to take the HL or higher level variant of the course. So what are the differences between SL standard level and HL higher level? For starters, the most notable difference between SL and HL courses are their course loads and final exams. Typically, HL courses have around 20 to 30% more course content and have more and lengthier final exams. Using IB history as an example, SL students would only have to take papers 1 and 2, whereas HL students must take an additional paper 3. HL courses are far more in-depth and are more difficult to study for. It is important to note that SL courses are not eligible for first-year university credits, whereas HL courses are. This is typically true, however, it does vary from school to school. Thus, we encourage students to double-check with the university they want to apply to. Moreover, students should only take HL courses in topics in which they are confident in. Candidates must have a total of 12 points across their highest HL courses to pass IB. And if any HL courses are failed, the candidate is not eligible for the diploma. Finally, for full diploma students, a minimum of 3 HL courses must be taken and a maximum of 4. As for partial diploma students, there is more flexibility, and thus they can choose to take no HLs or all HLs, depending on what is allowed in your school. As for recommendations for HL courses, we recommend that students take as many HLs as they can, with IB English and Sciences being the priority. Your school may only offer one version of the course, having no option to choose between HL or SL. Taking HL courses also offers first-year university credits if you perform well, requiring usually a 5 or 6 out of 7 in the course to get the credits. HL courses also contain material usually found in one's 3rd to 4th year in post-secondary education. It's recommended for students taking the partial IB program to choose HL classes that they want to take, as they have more flexible schedules to dedicate towards these courses. As a warning for any students taking chemistry or math HL, they are among the more difficult courses in the IB program. If you do take HL sciences like chemistry, biology, or physics, and intend on studying sciences in university, do not get the credits and skip the first year courses. It's better to sit through those courses. As a general rule, if you have the option to get university credits for the first year, you should only take them if the subject you're studying is unrelated to the course or if you only require 1 year of credit. For example, as mentioned previously, nursing requires first-year psychology in certain places. In this instance, you should take psychology in IB, skipping the requirement for 1 course worth of credit. Do not skip a course for something that will need multiple semesters of credit. To see whether students are capable of taking the IB program, we've brainstormed multiple criteria based on previous school years and our own experiences that we think are important for students to be successful. The first criteria is having at least a letter grade of A in important courses such as science, math, and English, which translates to around an 86% or above. Depending on what the grade boundaries are in your country, this is crucial because for subjects such as chemistry, it is recommended to have at least an overall cumulative grade point average of 90% or above that threshold in math, because a big section of chemistry is very math reliant, meaning most of the chemistry content will require math as a basis. Second of all, it is important to have already developed good time management skills, such as planning what work needs to be done by a certain time window. This ensures that students will have sufficient time to finish all their work and not focus on one major assignment and not have enough time to study for an upcoming test. It is also important to have good work habits, which includes getting work done early and not procrastinating. For those who procrastinate, it'll be difficult to keep up with the assigned work. If you do have these habits and will sign up for IB, consider breaking them as soon as possible and improving your work ethic. On the topic of time management, it's good to have a lot of extracurriculars, as it looks good on your applications for anything outside of school. But IB requires a lot of free time to study and work on independent projects. If you're taking the partial program, you'll have a lot more freedom with your schedule and can fit more extracurriculars into your free time. If your parents are thinking of forcing you to take IB, it's best to convince them otherwise, or else it'll be a waste of money, time, resources, and commitment. The IB program will be difficult and requires willingness from the student as well. The forms you'll be signing will likely require both your guardian's and your signature. It's better to convince your parents that the IB program is not the only path for a better future, and not the only path because taking the IB program is not suited for everyone. There's also a lack of freedom within the course of the program, especially during the breaks in between school hours. The program may also require extra work to be done during this period, which can lead to staying at home for most of the break. The program will also feature heavy loads of stress and work. If this is something that you cannot sustain or push through on, then it's highly recommended that you don't take IB because most of the duration of the program will have high workloads. From personal experience, students who are forced by their parents to sign up typically do worse and end up dropping most of their courses by the second year of IB. Hence why we recommend students do not sign up for IB unless they are enthusiastic about learning and willing to take on challenges.